ago, a couple of times you fainted him, he went to throw and then you pinged him, you know what I mean? Right, we'll do this kind of like, so we'll go left hook to the body, right hook, round to the side there. Yeah, you've done that really well. Skipping, grinding. So we go left at the body, right hook, left at the body, right hook, 2 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 shots. Yeah. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That's it. And again.
Today we're at the Everlast gym. Conor's got 8 times 300 meters sprints on the treadmill. I'm actually going to be trying to do it with him and trying to keep up. So yeah, let's see how we go.
At the start of the session, we monitor his neuromuscular readiness. So we do 3 jumps. We look at an average score of the 3 jumps just to monitor his fatigue. The reason we do the jump is it's very fatigue resistant, so you can gauge whether he's fatigued. So then we manipulate the session off the basis of that.
Conor Benn as an athlete is a supreme athlete, but as a person he's just honestly save that one.
What was that? What shit was he talking? What was he saying?
It was actually going to be really nice.
Oh, was it? Oh, no, carry on then. Go on then.
So as an athlete, he always gives 110%, and I genuinely mean that. He's a pleasure to work with. As a person, he's a top guy. We get on well. We know when to push. We know when to pull. We know when to have a laugh. My banter's better than his, but
I'll give you that. You've been quite quick-witted.
We always get the work in.
I'll give it. Do you know what? I do give you that. His sense of humour's really come through over the past few years.
I've been working on it.
Conor Benn is locked in and fully focused for his high-stakes showdown against Ryan Garcia, pushing his limits throughout camp to ensure he enters the ring in peak condition. Sharp, relentless, and determined, Benn is honing his skills to prove he belongs at the highest level of the sport. Ryan Garcia is fully locked in and laser-focused to defend his WBC title, pushing his limits in the gym every day. Sharp, explosive, and determined, Garcia is refining his skills to ensure he stays at the top and proves his dominance in the ring.
You know what he told me? He said 5 rounds. I need faster hands, bro. I need faster hands, you know that.
Conor Benn is leaving nothing behind in training camp as he prepares for the biggest opportunity of his career against Ryan Garcia, and every session is designed to push him closer to peak performance. At the Everlast gym, Benn is putting himself through brutal conditioning work, including repeated 300-meter treadmill sprints, while his team carefully monitors his neuromuscular readiness before each session. By tracking...
Yeah, I mean, listen, I give 110% regardless. I think every single one of my fights has led me to this moment. You know, so I lost my last fight. Well, that is my world title fight. You know, so I've always given 110% in all my training camps. And this has been no different.
You've had some massive moments in your career, like avenging that loss to Chris, then beating Prograis in your most recent fight. Do you think you'll finally get the respect that you deserve when you get your hands on a world title?
Will I not? I don't know, but that's not my concern. That's not my driving factor. My driving factor is for myself. Yeah, it's for myself. It's for me to prove that I'm one of the best in the world.
His fatigue levels through explosive jump tests, the coaches can adjust the intensity and make sure Ben is working hard without pushing his body beyond its limits. Inside the gym, the focus is also on sharpening his combinations, speed, movement, and punching accuracy, with drills built around body hooks, combinations, footwork, skipping, and rapid transition.
You can do all the work, all the discipline shit, all the shit you do, but at times it gets dumb.
Yeah.
You could, it's not, sometimes not as hard as you work, it's that's how smart you work. So you could be doing all that dumb shit you're doing right now, beating your body down. Your body's gonna tell you the truth and be like, yo, you doing too much. You get down, your body not meant to be at 147. Like, oh, look how big you are. You're big papas. You put too much weight. And historically, I'm telling you, Conor, historically, time has always said, when the fighter goes up, then comes down, he's never the same.
Ben's team describes him as an elite athlete and a dedicated professional who knows exactly when to push himself and when to recover, and that mentality has become one of the biggest strengths of his preparation. Conor Benn enters this camp fully locked in because he knows Ryan Garcia represents a completely different...
It's all just noise, mate. It don't really concern me, don't bother me. I'm just coming there to take his title off him. That's it. So whether he's training hard or not, whether he's using antics to make it like he's not training hard, it ain't going to change the way I prepare. You know, I prepare diligently hard and always put the work in.
And what relates to this quite well, Terence Crawford come out on social media and warned Garcia after he said he'd knock you out in 5. Do you think he's taking you seriously enough, Ryan?
Of course. You don't get to where you get to world level or top level contenders and not take it serious.
Level of challenge. Ben believes every fight he has experienced has prepared him for this moment, including the setbacks, the victories, and his intense battles with Chris Eubank Jr. Rather than worrying about outside criticism or trying to gain respect from the media, Ben says his motivation is personal. He wants to prove to himself that he belongs among the best.
What the f***? That don't faze me. I don't know what the hell that means, nor do I care. You don't scare me. Conor Benn is not scary at all. He's not intimidating. He don't feel like anything like a threat. He's gonna come over here to the US and get his ass spanked by either me, Shakur will shut him down, but I'll knock him out. It's much different. I will put him to sleep. He's very tenacious and tries to come at you, but I will catch him bad. So, bro, stop with that puss puss ming ming ming, bling bling, shing cling. Don't care about none of that. Simply want that fight. Let's go after this.
Best fighters in the world. He insists that he gives 110% in every training camp, and this preparation has been no different. However, Ryan Garcia and his team are also entering the fight with enormous confidence. Garcia believes Ben...
You know, but it just proves that I can go there, you know, with a bigger man. So for me, it fills me with confidence going into the fight I'm about to go into. You know, I think the Eubank fight was intense.
Yeah.
It was brutal. Yeah. There was a lot of history. There was, again, a lot of spite, a lot of hatred in the fight. You know, whereas this doesn't have the spite behind it. Mm-hmm. But the guy's got the belt I want, you know, and claim that #1 spot. The drive's very different. You know, one I wanted to put in hospital, when the other guy I just want to beat, prove that I'm #1.
Ben's return to the 147-pound welterweight division could become one of the most important factors in the matchup. Ryan has questioned whether Ben can make the weight comfortably while maintaining his strength, explosiveness, stamina, and punch resistance. Garcia's argument is simple. Working harder is not always enough.
I don't know, man. He doesn't really give me... I don't feel anything from him. I'm telling you, it's going to be one of those things where it's like butter. I cut him off and boom. You're going to see, like, it's going to be it's gonna be one of those performances that people will be like, all right, Ryan's here. He's here to stay, and he definitely made it clear that he's not somebody to play with.
Like a master
Especially
class.
as a world champion. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those vintage knockouts. You know, remember I said my last fight, it's gonna be a RG classic. This is gonna be a throwback RG.
In boxing, fighters also have to train intelligently, listen to their bodies, manage recovery, and make sure their weight cut does not destroy their performance before fight night. Garcia believes that if Benn pushes his body too far while trying to reach 147 pounds, his physical size may not provide the advantage many expect. Benn, however...
James, what do you like about Ryan? What's the one thing you like about him? Speed? Power?
I love his speed and his power, but the one thing I love about Ryan Garcia, he fights everybody. Whoever talks shit, he get ass whooped.
Yeah.
Man.
We're in there.
It's old school shit right there. Yeah. Old school.
Has dismissed those concerns as nothing more than background noise. He says he is not interested in what Garcia is doing in his own training camp, whether Ryan is working harder than ever or attempting to create doubt through psychological tactics. Benn's only objective...
It's Conor Benn's toughest fight. There's no doubt about that. It's his toughest fight. But I think it'll be Ryan Garcia's toughest fight as well. So, you know, he's not going to leave no stone unturned. And, you know, he's going to go in there and give it everything he's got. And, you know, he's got that mentality to do that. And, you know, watching him train and get ready for this fight, and we've still got quite a long way to go yet. And, you know, he's been like tunnel vision, like get the weight down early so then I can maintain it and then be strong at the weight, which he is. And, you know, he's looking forward to September the 12th and getting in the ring for the WBC title and shocking everybody. Conor's in the biggest fight of his life, and
is to enter the ring, take the WBC title, and establish himself as the #1 fighter. That confidence has only added fuel to an already intense build-up. Garcia has responded with even greater confidence, openly predicting that he can stop Benn inside 5 rounds. Ryan does not appear intimidated by Benn.
Oh, he's got another thing coming because we're going to be prepared. We're going to be well prepared for September 12th. Okay, I want everybody to tune in because I'm telling you, you're going to see a knockout.
Ryan, WBC champion, what does he need to do to beat Conor Benn? I mean, Ryan said knockout in 5. Do you think that's going to happen?
Very much possible, obviously, because like I've always told people, 100% mind, body, and soul, there's no one that can really challenge Ryan. And I feel that 5 or under, that's exactly what's going to happen.
His aggressive style or reputation for relentless pressure. Instead, he believes Benn's forward-moving approach could create openings for his trademark speed, timing, counterpunching, and explosive left hook. Garcia has repeatedly suggested that if Benn lunges...
But when the bell rung, he showed up.
Yeah.
So that version of Ryan Garcia knocks out Conor Benn because he'll keep him at the end, that quick twitch left hook. Conor Benn will be afraid to even attempt to lunge in like he did against Eubank Jr. And if you fall off balance lunging it with a fighter like Ryan Garcia, it's lights out with 2 punches.
I would have been really excited about this fight if Conor had knocked out Regis Prograis in the 2nd round, because it would have created the possibility of a really explosive fight. And maybe we still get that. Maybe Conor in his 2nd fight down in these lower weight classes looks more explosive. Maybe he makes the weight better. Maybe he's more comfortable. Maybe we do get the fight that I thought it might have the potential to be. But right now, I'm with you. I would make Ryan Garcia a heavy favorite going to this fight, which I wouldn't have said 3 weeks ago. No way about it. I would have said that's a 50-50 fight, or maybe even favored Conor Benn because of what we saw with the Benn versus Eubank Jr.
...is forward recklessly, he could walk directly into a devastating countershot. Ryan sees himself controlling distance, cutting off Benn's movement, landing clean combinations, and turning the fight into a showcase for his speed and accuracy. Benn's
one of your old stablemates now being paired up with Ryan Garcia. We've now seen Conor Benn. He's going to go into what I consider to be a real fight for him. What's your reaction to that fight?
Yeah, look, I think it will be the hardest fight of his career to date. One thing about Conor Benn, you know, as much as my views may have changed personally, he trains very hard. He'll give it his all. You know, it's going to be a great fight, and it will be an entertaining fight, I'm sure. You know, I think Ryan Garcia, though, arguably, is another level to the opponents he's been in terms of levels. But, you know, I can't write Conor off. I'm not going to sit here and write him off in that fight because he's going to go out there. This changes his life. He's had a dream to become the WBC world champion. I'd anticipate that belt is on the line, unless there's any differences with Zuffa. But yeah, I wish him all the best. It's a great fight. It's a massive fight for the sport of boxing.
Previous rivalry with Chris Eubank Jr. was filled with personal history, tension, and bad blood, but this fight is different. According to Ben, there is no hatred driving him toward Garcia. There is simply a championship belt and the desire to claim the top position in his division.
But in this instance, would you have put Conor Benn into a fight with Ryan Garcia?
Yeah, look, I said it publicly before. You know, it was a huge fight. I said the build-up for it will be massive. It's two big characters in Conor Benn and Ryan Garcia. You know, from the UK, US coming together. I guess they'd do it in the US, in Vegas, probably. So yeah, of course, if we were still promoting Conor Benn, of course that would be a fight that we would target. And wish them both all the best in it.
Experience gained from those previous battles has nevertheless given Ben greater confidence. Fighting a bigger opponent and surviving intense exchanges taught him valuable lessons about pressure, toughness, adaptability, and composure. Now he wants to take those lessons into the ring against Garcia. Boxing analysts remain...
Well, I think Ryan probably has better skills. But I think that Conor is going to bring it. He's going to really bring it hard. And he's physically bigger. It looks like he's bigger. He's bigger than Ryan, but I'm not sure because what's the weight? The weight is at 47, right?
So what do you think that Ben does well that could actually give Garcia problems?
I mean, Ben's he's a decent puncher. And I think that he can put a lot of pressure on Ryan. But if I was going to pick a winner, I would say I'm probably going to pick Ryan Garcia.
Divided over the matchup, but many believe Garcia has the technical advantages. James Toney has praised Garcia's punching power and especially his willingness to fight anyone willing to step up. Tony Sims, meanwhile, believes this could be the toughest fight of Ben's career, while also acknowledging that Garcia will face a serious challenge from Ben's pressure and determination.
How do you think that fight will go down?
I think that fight, based off of how Ryan Garcia just looked in his last fight, I mean, it looks like he beats Conor Benn. Conor Benn has a style that matches what Ryan is good. The style clash favors Ryan Garcia because of his speed, because of his power from the outside. So definitely a tough fight for Conor Benn. Again, based off of Ryan's last fight, I would say 60-40. Ryan Garcia wins that fight, possibly KO, but Conor is very, very tough, and that's what I already knew about him, but I got to see it firsthand when we sparred. He's much more versatile than we saw in the first fight with Eubank. Comes back in a rematch against Eubank. We see the versatility, we see the speed, the foot movement, and things of that nature. Those were the things that I saw.
Sims has emphasized that Ben has been extremely focused on making the weight early so that he can maintain his strength and conditioning instead of leaving the weight cut until the final days of fight week. Henry Garcia is even more confident, insisting that Ryan has completed the necessary...
Is Garcia just a little bit too sharp for him, a little bit too cute, and he's a sharp puncher. I think he should have gone up in weight many years ago. He has held himself down and struggled because the problem in boxing is you develop a name and reputation in a certain weight category. You can't suddenly, and that's what's so remarkable about Hamza Shearer. He's gone through the divisions, and he started at junior middle, and now he's super middle, and as Spencer says, he might go to light heavy. It's more difficult for the smaller guys. It's more difficult for them to jump up weight divisions. I think Garcia has finally found the weight he's most suitable at. I think he's a danger man at 147, and I think it might, and maybe Conor has left it a little bit too late to make 147 again.
Preparation and predicting a knockout victory. Other analysts have highlighted the danger created by the clash of styles. Garcia's lightning-fast hands, explosive counters, foot speed, and ability to punch from distance could make it extremely difficult for Benn to close the gap safely. Benn's best opportunity may come from applying system.
How does he do if he fights Conor Benn? Who wins that?
Ryan.
Ryan?
Easy.
Easy? Why?
Got more talent. That fight, the talent will show.
Sustained pressure, cutting off the ring, forcing Garcia into exchanges, and making the fight physically uncomfortable. But every step forward could also expose him to Ryan's counterpunching ability. That is why some experts believe the fight could be decided by a single mistake. If Benn enters too aggressively and loses his balance, Garcia could capitalize immediately with his...
Conor Benn, from what I'm seeing, is making a bit of noise in America at the minute. You know, I feel like outside of some of the other British names, probably Fury, maybe AJ, you probably have to say Conor Benn is making some noise. Like Ryan Garcia is a superstar. I've seen him out in America. He's a genuine superstar. And yeah, they've both got, let's say, tarnished past things about him.
It's a genius move from Conor, because like you say, he's touching outside of your boxing
Speed and accuracy. At the same time, Benn's pressure cannot be underestimated. If he can absorb Garcia's early shots, close the distance, and force Ryan to fight at a faster pace than he wants, the entire dynamic could change.
A lot of legal questions that need answering, and we'll deal with that appropriately. But you know, in terms of that fight, I think it's a good fight. You know, I don't think it's a big fight in America. I think it's a big fight in the UK. Obviously, Ryan's a big star in America. Conor's not. Ryan's a bigger star in the UK than Conor is in America, and Conor's a big star in the UK. So, yeah, I don't think it's a fight that's going to do massive numbers, but I like the fight. I think it's exciting. I think at 147, Ryan's a big fight. I don't think Conor should be fighting at 147. I think, you know, I like him up at 160 or up towards that weight class, but I don't see a way he beats Ryan Garcia at 147.
Frank Smith describes the matchup as a legitimate test for both fighters. While he gives Garcia an advantage because of his experience against elite opposition, Smith refuses to write Benn off because of his exceptional work ethic and determination.
Make 147 pounds and loses strength in the process.
Because Ryan Garcia is way better, way faster, just way better in every department than Conor Benn is, in my opinion. The only thing Conor Benn would have over him is size, but if he's struggling to make the weight, well then the size really doesn't become a factor, because you might have the weight over him, but if you're as weak as anything, if you know a feather could knock you over, well what good is the size then, you know? So yeah, those are my thoughts on this. Conor Benn looking in phenomenal shape, but mentioning how hard it is to make this, well, that's not good. You don't want to be doing that, and that doesn't exactly fill you with confidence a month out from the fight. It's not going to get any easier. It's only going to get harder, in particular fight week.
And capable of applying serious pressure. Sean Porter has pointed to the style matchup as another reason Garcia could be favored, arguing that Ryan's speed and outside power are particularly effective against a fighter who likes to move forward. Porter believes Garcia could win by controlling range and potentially force a stoppage if he finds the right openings. Simon Jordan has raised another important point, suggesting that Garcia may